Oh, I'm a minute early, guys. Who do we got here? Give me 1 second. I'm just going to put on one of the other lights here. 1 second, guys. I'm 1 minute early. I'm actually a minute early. We got some news action happening here. There's a live shooter actually at Center Mall, right where I used to toy hunt at that Barton Walmart there. There's an active shooter right now. I guess a guy got shot in a car or something like that. There's something going on. Doesn't sound too good. Get the turntable going. We got Charger Mania happening here. I got a question for you guys. I'm going to wait a couple minutes till more people come in. I'm going to get caught up on the comments in a second here. Okay, guys, give me 1 second here. I just got to... Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm going to have to share myself the link. Give me 1 second, guys. Not ignoring anybody. I just got to send myself the link so I can get on here so I can respond to you guys in the comments. So I don't have to crane my head every time. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Just got to send myself the link here. Okay, 1 sec. Okay. Sending myself the link to be able to respond to you guys without having to lean into the computer every 2 minutes. So just give me 1 second here. And then, like I said, I got a question for you guys. Maybe you guys can help me out with this question. Okay, sending myself the link. And if Max is here, give me 1 sec. I got to check if Max is here as well in a second. Okay. There we go. Okay, got the link. Okay, who do we got here? Sorry about that, guys. At least I came in a minute early to get that figured out. Okay, got a like already. That's good. Only a couple minutes in. Okay, we got 8 people in already, according to this. And why can I not? Oh, that's dumb. Okay, I know what I'll do. Okay. Give me a sec, guys. I just gotta... I send myself the link and then it's trying to tell me I gotta sign in. So I'm just gonna go like this, go to my wall and share the link. We are live. There we go. Sorry about all that screwing around, guys. Jesus. Okay. Avery, how you doing, buddy? Terrence is in the house. How are you doing, Terrence? Craig Jones is here. Hemi Nate. G is in the house. Hello, G. G, I've got to actually talk to you in a couple minutes. It's all good. Everything's good. Just something I got to mention. Luigi, how you doing, buddy? 2 Black Labs made it. Glad to see you here. Craig Jones again. Okay, so Max is not here yet. I'm gonna when Max gets here, something I gotta mention to him. Before Max gets here, before Max gets here, Max is gonna be in town tomorrow. I don't know if you have plans tomorrow. I know it's short notice, but he's gonna be in town for an appointment tomorrow. He's gonna be coming by here. I don't know if there's any way you can come by here, or maybe we can pop by and see you. He would love to see your collection. I know it's short notice. But anyway, let me know if you're around tomorrow. He mentioned it actually to Glenn a while back. On a few minutes ago they were chatting. Okay, so I think we got enough people here to start talking about it. So I don't know if you guys caught my video earlier. I got a video out earlier. We're waiting on 3 different cars, guys. we're waiting on 3 different cars, and I also ordered a glasses camera that shoots in high def. I could clip them on my glasses, walk around. Anywhere I look, it shoots at the push of a button. So we're waiting for that as well. We got good stuff coming in the mail. So in the meantime, we're just kind of winging it, waiting for cars and stuff like that. We did get a video out today. What happened was Justin, there was a local guy selling his Back to the Future collection or parts of it. And Justin lives in Niagara Falls. Yeah, he doesn't live here. So he asked me to go see the guy. I went to see the guy. Guy was a nice guy. And because I knew he was a collector, he started showing me around. And I got video of it for you guys to show you guys. But I said to myself, if he collects Ghostbusters, what is he gonna have? Because obviously that guy was a diehard Ghostbusters guy. What else is he gonna have? He's gonna have not just one Ecto one, but he's gonna have several Ecto ones, and he did. He had the Ecto one, the anniversary one that comes with the 4 figurines that are kind of like molded. I think they're molded right onto the base, but I'm not sure. But it comes with 4 figurines. That one's expensive. He had the red box one, but he also had a Silver Screen Machines Ecto one, and he had I believe it was an Ertl Ecto one, but I think he had them all actually. He had a Hot Wheels Elite Ecto 1A as well that was sealed, never opened. And he is thinking about selling. He's pondering selling them because he is selling other parts of his collection. So he said if he sells them, he's going to call me. Thankfully. So I wouldn't mind if he does call me. Could you imagine if I could make a deal for that Ecto with the figurines? But that one's an expensive one. That's the anniversary edition one. You guys have probably seen that or know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it was made by Hot Wheels, and it's the anniversary edition Ecto one that comes with the figurines. If you can look that up, expensive. Wow. Don't know if it's numbered or not. Don't know how many of them they made, but I know that is not cheap. But here's my question actually for you guys. Maybe one of you guys can answer it. As I'm looking around this guy's room today, if you watched the video earlier, he had several different firehouses. All of them were pretty big, but they were all, one was bigger than the next one. And I thought, how cool would it be? One of those firehouses would have to work for my Diecast Ecto 1, either for a Hot Wheels Elite if I get it, or for my Silver Screen Machines Ecto 1. A lot of you guys know the toy grade stuff nowadays better than I know it. Like they're making a lot of the modern, you know what I mean? What would it be? Playmobil, which one do you think would fit the best, guys, for my Ecto one? Or is there one that would fit? That I could buy one used. There's the vintage ones, whatever. You see them on Marketplace. The firehouse that I could have my Diecast Ecto one, like pulling halfway in and out of just for like pictures and stuff like that. Which one, scale-wise, do you guys think would work the best for that? Somebody give me an answer for that. I know if I would have looked close and started investigating at the guy's house, I could have got an answer myself today. But I didn't want to start snooping too close. I was a complete stranger, right? And the guy let me in and looked around and all that. And he didn't even know I was from YouTube or anybody or anything. Like when I went to the door, I went to pay him and he invited me in. He said, come in and check out some stuff. I have Ghostbusters stuff. And then when I went in there, I started looking around, and that's when I said, I got a YouTube channel. Do you mind if I won't show your address? I won't show your identity. Do you mind if I show my YouTube audience? He said, yeah, go ahead. And he was texting me earlier and everything. So he was a super nice guy. But I thought that would look pretty awesome, having a Diecast Ecto and one of those toy firehouses work. I'm going to see if anybody has any answer for me here. The Playmobil. I was thinking that as well. Oh, I saw that. Actually, thanks for mentioning that, Lee G. I'm going to mention that. Oh, thank you, G. Okay, that is awesome. He is going to be thrilled because Glenn mentioned upstairs. I wonder, he's wondering, he would love to see G's collection. And I said, Glenn, you know what? It's the night before. It's not a lot of notice. Like I said, I'll mention it, but I said I'm not gonna push it or anything because I said I thought about it, and that's my fault because I knew he was coming. Max told me a month ago he was coming here tomorrow. But I forgot. And then earlier in the kitchen, I said, "Oh shit, Max is supposed to be in town or coming or whatever." And then I iMessaged Max, or who I thought was Max. It's his picture and everything on the iMessage. But then he told Gwen he doesn't have iMessaging. So that's another thing. I'm waiting for him to get here and say what is up with the iMessaging thing because it's his picture and all that on there. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, you have the Playmobil Ecto. Maybe you can give me the measurements of the Erdal. You know what? That is a good idea, Nate. I'm going to do that. It doesn't have to fit all the way in, of course. I would just love for it to be able to have the first half of the Ecto like sticking out of the firehouse and just have it set up like that with like the 4 figurines. I would love that. I've been thinking about that for a while actually, because sometimes I'll see an old firehouse or a newer one for sale for a decent price on Marketplace. And for that application, you don't even need, a little individual piece because it's showcasing the Ecto 1. But yeah, I'm wondering if Max comes tonight, which he should. He's usually here. Sometimes he comes a few minutes late. Oh, Ted Eubanks. Hey, buddy. I just caught you there in the comments. Yeah, I figured it would be Charger Fest tonight, so I took out some of my favorites. Fast and Furious Ertl Charger, and we got Dirty Mary Crazy Larry, and we got the Chrome Charger spinning. Black Ertl Charger I like. I love how Ertl does a really good dark black color, but the Hot Wheels Elite one is the best of the best for those. Man, that's a nice one. I haven't even seen a Hot Wheels Elite one in person. Only in photographs, but that engine on that is super nice, let me tell you. Of course, the chrome one always looks decent too. Okay. Just making sure. Oh, Glenn's in the comments. So yeah, just wondering. Okay, so yeah, no Max yet. Maybe he's busy tonight. We'll keep an eye out for Max in the comments. I'm gonna turn on my ringer. By the way, if this crashes, guys, please, Nate, if this crashes, let me know. And that way I can get it going again, because we know if it does crash, I can get it going again. Thankfully. So anyhow. I cannot wait. We got verification, by the way, guys. I don't know if you watched the update video. We got verification. It is going to take forever for the Ramen Racer to get here. It's funny how that works, because up until then, the most expensive diecast car, well, I know it's technically not diecast, but the most expensive diecast we had ordered was right above us up here, the Hot Wheels Super Elite DeLorean, the one that lights up, makes all the sounds. What sold me on that one wasn't all the lights up and sounds, though. It was a little stand that you get with it, that it could be displayed in hover mode. That's what sold me on that for some reason. But up until now, that was the most expensive one of my collection. Yeah, that one, and then it's the Hot Wheels Elite 18 van comes second to that, okay? That one was the longest to arrive from AliExpress ever. Was the most expensive one, was the longest one to arrive, okay? I think that one, it landed at our local airport, or it got to a certain point and then it stopped for like a couple weeks on the tracking. And it's just ironic that one that's almost $500 that we are just waiting desperately for is going to take, I think it was 4 to 6 weeks by, was it ship or was it train? I can't remember. Either ship or train, which is the two longest ones. And then they start tracking it when it hits land. So that sucks that we have to wait that long for that. The Back to the Future truck, we are in the second wave of, that's confirmed as well. Not only did they email back me and Dave, but they actually, if you ordered one of the Back to the Future trucks, if you go on the automobile website, I know it's kind of an old school website, but if you look under your order, there's a status thing and it changes. It will update. And mine updated, and all it updated from payment accepted was to, it says something like shipment diverted to second wave or something like that. And what that means is what they told Dave in an email, that they're going to be sending it, that they're making them now, and that they're going to be shipped out during the second wave of orders. Damn it! So it's going to take a minute. I was hoping that the Skyline would be here today because that's pretty much local. Like it's either here or in Toronto because it landed at local airport and it went through the customs. So I think it's in Toronto, which is pretty much local because once it hits Toronto, it's here in like a day. But that's been like that for 2 days and it hasn't moved. So we're waiting for stuff to unbox patiently. We just got to wait for it to come in. That sucks. We've never had a lull like this before, but at least we got other stuff going on anyway that we can do. And tomorrow when Max comes, by the way, we're going to get some video. Max is bringing something for us to check out. And I'm going to remind him, actually, if he hasn't already left, I'm going to remind him, but he probably remembers it. But it's actually something that was featured on our deal of the week. It was something that I found, because you guys know that on Facebook Marketplace, if I find smoking deals, let's say I find Dirty Mary Crazy Larry. I've got it. Glenn's got it. Let's say Dave doesn't want it. You know what I mean? Giuliano's not interested in it. Dave doesn't want it. Somebody has it for $100, $150, because that's what I got Glenn's for not even a year ago. $150. Let's say I find one of those and all my friends are set for them. I will start farming them out on Facebook. That's why I tell people to follow me on Facebook. I'm still not good with Instagram, guys. I'm trying to get better, but there's so much to manage on my Facebook, and with YouTube, it's hard to keep up sometimes. But if you go on my Facebook, you can keep up with that stuff. That's crazy. So anyway, I will, you can keep up because I will farm out deals that my friends already have. I will farm them out to other friends that don't have them. And getting to the point where I just completely lost my train of thought and I was in a panic for about 30 seconds because it was live, but I got it back. Max, I found him, and it was right in his area, I believe, actually. You're not far from it. It was for $60 in the box, Beetle Bailey Jeep, and it has figurines in the Jeep, and it's by a company that I have never unboxed anything before by, guys. It's 1 of 18 scale, and it's by a company called Gate, Gate. I believe that's the name of it, either Gate or Gateway. Is it Gate or Gateway? I guess we'll see tomorrow. But I'll get footage of that, obviously, because he's bringing that to unbox, and I look forward to anything that we haven't seen. And yeah, that was a smoking deal because, A, I go by it being a smoking deal because it's the only one I've ever seen on Marketplace for sale. So they're not as common as you think. And B, it comes with figurines and it's in the box. Like for $60, you're lucky to get like a real old, um, like just an old run of the mill Ertl without any detailing under the hood and all that stuff. You know what I mean? For $60, most of the time on average, you don't get a lot. So if that was local, like I'm not a huge Beetle Bailey guy. I think it was a little bit before my time. But if that was local for $60, I'm scooping it just because it was different and it looks cool and the detailing looks good in the pictures that I seen of it. So I look forward to doing that. It's a military Jeep. I wish I could show you guys now, but we're live. But it's a military Jeep and it's got Beetle Bailey. It's got more than one figure in it. I think it's got Beetle Bailey and it might have a little dog in it with them. I'm not sure, but it's a cool looking little thing anyway. 1 of 18 scale. Sorry, guys. Just going to check the comments. I don't want to leave anybody hanging here. Oh, yeah. It was a gate. Okay, thank you, Nate. I knew it was either gate or gateway, but I thought gate just sounds like an odd name. But yeah, I have never ever unboxed a car by that name before. Don't know anything about it. I don't know when the thing was made even. I just know that I seen it one day and I said, wow, that is a good deal. And I think it was Dave H or somebody here was looking it up or something just to see if we could see what it was. And it had sold on eBay for considerably more than $60. Mind you, it's eBay. You know what I mean? But we always welcome different stuff that we have never done before. So I'm looking forward to see it, Max, of course. I mean, he's always awesome to hang out with. And thank you, Nate, for going to grab the phone. Yeah, the Hot Wheels Elite Ghostbusters Ecto 1 first version is the best one, in my opinion. And that's a full 1 of 18 scale to Black Labs. So if you want the full 1 of 18 scale Ecto 1, go with the Hot Wheels Elite 100%. We have already confirmed that the Ertl, which I've had and unboxed on the channel, and the Silver Screen machines, they are not full 1 of 18 scale. I was shocked about the Silver Screen machines one, but then again, I wasn't. I had my friend that's a huge Ghostbusters guy. He thought that it was, and he owns them, but they weren't within arm's reach for him to check. But he was telling me he was sure that the Silver Screen was 1 of 18. And I said, yeah, but isn't the Silver Screen supposed to be they take the Ertl and they make it better? Like, isn't that the whole idea of it? And it turned out I was right because when we unboxed the Silver Screen Ecto, it actually said Ertl on the bottom of the car. So yeah, I was right about that. So if you do want the 1 of 18 scale and it's awesome and it takes up real estate, the Hot Wheels Elite. And the Elite, that back door, you can open it up all the way. They got the special hinge, so the back door opens all the way. It doesn't have that little screwy hinge like the Ertl / Auto World does. It's another thing I like about it. Oh, did I miss a question from Ted Gate? Oh, Ted Gate's an old diecast grave. Oh, is it auto art? Wow. Oh, you know what, Ted? For some reason, that jogs something in my memory when you put auto art. It's like I read those two names together before somewhere. That really jogs something in my brain. But I had no idea. So that that's going to be good then. And for $60, he got a hell of a deal then. Wow. I had no idea. Wait till I tell him that. He's going to be pretty happy about that. Oh, you got an Mazda MX-5. I'd love to see that actually in 118 scale, Ted. Maybe if you're not busy, send me some pictures of that. Sorry, need help before ordering the General Lee for Tiger Orange Ramen Racer. Okay, what do you need help with, Luigi? The only one left that they have that you can order is the one where you get it with the decals on it, but that's the one that I ordered. So, but if you need help, shoot, and we will do what we can to help you. If you need the legitimate link for it, I can do that as well because I know there's other websites and that with like sketchy links. If you want the real link, I will put it up in the community post as well for you, Luigi. But just let me know what you need, and if any of us can answer it, we'll do that for you. And by the way, that's awesome that you're ordering it. I cannot wait. I've seen pictures even of the old one. For anybody wondering what the Tiger Orange is, that's in the comments. It's the Ramen Racers General Lee, the 1 of 12 scale. It's not die cast. It's made of PVC and ABS plastic. But in photographs, it looks die cast. Like it does, you don't look at it and say, "Wow, that looks like plastic." Put it this way: I paid almost $500 for it. If it looked crappy, you guys know how cheap I am. For me to pay that, it must be pretty awesome. But I'm excited because from the first release, they actually improved it in a couple ways. So the first release, they had a black charger on the box, and this time we're actually getting a box that has General Lee on it. They fixed the placement and the font of the General Lee word on the roof, I guess. There was issues with that the first time around. They've corrected that. And they've also taken steps to make the leather-looking interior look more realistic, look more like leather. So it'll be interesting. Maybe one day we'll have a first release here to compare with my second release. That would be interesting. I'm loving that Ramen Race are still hunting for. Yeah, you will get a silver screen one day, Avery. You will. There's several viewers even that didn't have them before, and over time they have gotten them. Do not give up. You will find one. Just stay on Marketplace. Type in not only Auto World Silver Screen Machines General Lee, but type in just General Lee. Type in Diecast Charger. Type in, like, make sure you type in different. Think like the seller sometimes too, because sometimes say it's. I hate to be negative or anything, but let's say it's an older woman. Her husband passed away. She knows nothing about it. You know what I mean? So you have to think about how she would list it for sale, like Duke's car. You know what I mean? Like she wouldn't put the scale probably. Like if you remember that General Lee when I got it, this guy here, I got the box separate a year and a half later. When I got this, it was loose. I got it for $100 mint. It was loose. And what point was I making with that? Oh, the ad that I got it for, it was on Kijiji, and the headline, it didn't say anything about Auto World, Silver Screen Machines. I got that, and I got an Ecto 1, and I got a Sunstar DeLorean, Back to the Future. All three of them in a package deal. And the title did not say anything about anything that diecast collector that would catch your eye. You know what I mean? Like us as collectors, we know what to put in the title and stuff to attract other collectors. I think this just said like 3 diecast movie cars or something like that. Or it wasn't a title that one of us would put. So that's one of the things that I tell people when you're trying to find stuff on Marketplace. Think like the seller always, because I have found stuff that's misspelled. Another example, if you're trying to find Bullet Mustang, spell it sometimes Bullet, Bullet, like the normal spelling that somebody would put that doesn't know. Just got to think like the seller sometimes when it comes to your search on Marketplace. Okay, let's see here. Do you think it's as good as you know what? I'm not sure where it ships from, Luigi. but I know it is coming from a long way away because it's coming from me over either in a shipping container overseas or rail. Can't remember which one it was, but they did email me back. I know what's wrong, Luigi. You're having a hard time choosing. And I'm having a hard time choosing for you. So Luigi's question is basically he's on the fence. He's about to click order on the Tiger Orange. You guys got to help me with this because I'm on the fence with it myself. He's about to click order on the Tiger Orange General Lee by Ramen Racers, 1 of 12 scale. It's ABS plastic and resin. It's not resin. It's ABS plastic and PVC. Not diecast or resin, but it looks great. It makes sounds and all that other stuff. It looks awesome. You guys have seen what it does. But Automobile Inc., the people that do our Back to the Future truck that we're waiting on, they're going to be re-releasing very, 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 very soon. So soon that there are stores selling pre-orders already. The 1 of 12 scale General Lee by Automobile. Okay? It's sealed. Nothing opens on it. Like the windows are rolled up. Nothing opens on it. It's not screen accurate, but it still looks awesome. And neither the Ramen Racer isn't screen accurate either. So that wasn't a dig at the automobile car. So this is what he's on the fence about. Which one should he get? And I have a hard time of what to tell him. Now, I will say one thing that is more alluring about the automobile is the first run that they did were numbered. I believe they had a little number plate on the bottom of the car. So as long as it's a run like the first run, you're going to be getting a numbered car. And I think it's like 1,000 made or something. Like it's a really good number. If that's like the first run. So that's one thing that is super attractive to me is it does have that touch of collectability a little bit more because it is numbered. You know what I mean? We don't know how many of the Ramen Racers were made. We know they're limited, but we don't know exactly how many were made. So I have a hard time telling him what I think he should get. Now, the Ramen Racer, they're very close in price, guys. That's another reason it's hard. I think when I calculated it, they were between $30 and $50. The Ramen Racer was a touch more. Believe it or not, the Ramen Racer was a touch more than the automobile. Which one do you guys think he should get? Let me know in the comments. Which one do you think is the better choice for him? I am stumped by that, Luigi, because I had a hard time myself. The reason I clicked pull the trigger on the Ramen Racer is because it's awesome. And because at first I had the idea they were only selling it for 24 hours because there was some stupid timer thing on the email they sent us. But it turns out that I was wrong. It was a timer for something else. But I didn't want to miss it. That is why the whole reason. I'm not saying I wouldn't have chose the Ramen Racer, but I'm saying I would have taken a few days like you're doing and made an educated decision had I known that I had more time. I thought that if I would have tried to decide, it would have went to sold out, and I would have been like, "Damn it!" So yeah, I'm gonna check the comments, see what anybody thinks about this. Okay. Oh, you have 2 cars coming in this week, 2 Black Labs. Which cars are they? Oh, you told me. Oh, that Matchbox 118 Jeep. I love that. Yeah, I'm gonna look one of those up. And toy grade's not a bad. It's not a bad thing, by the way. It doesn't mean it's horrible because I want to get one of those Jeeps that you have. I'm leaning towards Ramen Racer personally. Yeah, I kind of am too. It's hard to say because one of them is plastic, one of them's diecast. And normally you would be like, "Pfft, that's a no-brainer. Go with the diecast." You know what I mean? But the ramen racers offers so much. But the auto, like I said, if they do it the way they did it the first round, it comes with a nice, attractive little number plate right on the bottom of the car. And I think that the first run of them was 1,000 or 800 or something like that, even. So it is a very hard choice, Luigi. And it's a choice, like I said, if I would have known that I had this much time about the ramen racer, I might still be deciding, to be honest with you. That is a very good question. Usually questions don't stump me like that, but as soon as I started reading your question, I was like, "Oh, that's a tough one," because that's I went through that in my own head. Um, the metal one will cost more. Actually, you know what, Glenn? Oh, you know what? You might be right. I was just gonna correct Glenn, but he might be right. He was gonna say I thought that he said the metal one costs more or the resin one by auto costs more because it's resin. I was gonna say no, Glenn. Believe it or not, the other one costs a few bucks more. But he was saying for shipping because of the weight of it, it might cost more, and that might be a fact in that. The ramen racer, I will say, it's a big box we get with that. You get a box and then it comes in a cake box with like two straps wrapped around it. It's pretty crazy. It's a pretty big box. I cannot wait to get that. And last time I checked, so we ordered the one that has the decals already applied. You got two choices. You could order it with the decals off or on already. We ordered it with the decals already on it just to cut through the chase. Um, last time I checked, that's the only one left that you could order is the decals on. So the other ones were sold out. I'm just gonna have a look right now and see if they have sold. If the other ones are still there. Yeah, and just so you know, Luigi, that is not like it's a big deal because you could put it on yourself, or well, no, you can't put it on yourself because it's sold out. The only option left, Luigi, is to get it, if you're getting it from Automobile, that is getting it with the decals already applied. But that's how I ordered it anyway. I ordered mine like that. Dave ordered his like that. I believe Glenn ordered his like that. Um, oh, oh, wait, no, I'm looking up the wrong thing. I just went to Automobile 112 General Lee and it said sold out of stock. I was like, ooh, but I was trying to look up Ramen Racer Tiger Orange. Okay, here. Okay, yeah, you could still get it with stickers applied. That's the only option left. Um, okay, back to the comments. Yeah, it was decently detailed. You know what? Maybe two black labs. Maybe I should take back toy grade because I didn't see. I'm gonna look up and look at pictures of that Matchbox Jeep that you have. Um, what I meant by toy grade is it's not a horrible thing because we have toy grade stuff here. I'm trying to think of an example. For example, I sold Glenn. You remember the vintage Kenner talking kit? So the vintage Kenner talking kit, it goes awesome right beside a 1 of 15 scale, the Diamond Select Back to the Future DeLorean that makes all the sounds in that. It's plastic. The vintage Knight Rider goes awesome beside a Diamond Select Toys Back to the Future car. It looks good, the Knight Rider car, but it's what you would consider toy grade. Um, like it's not super detailed, you know what I mean? But I could be wrong about that Matchbox Jeep because I didn't see really up close pictures under the engine and all that. I got to look it up to see more about it. But it did look good. It looked like something that I would own, and it looked like something that would look awesome beside other movie cars. Um, I think the only time I ever seen one of those is on eBay, and it was in the box still, that Jeep that you got, and it was for a lot of money. So other people are onto it as well, of course. Just getting caught up on the comments here, guys. Oh yeah, get them both, Glenn. Glenn's telling him to get both the automobile 112 General Lee and the Ramen. That's the problem too, is space to display those guys. Because I'm already saying about the ramen racers, like that's one of the first things Dave said to me and Glenn is, "How are you guys going to display that?" Yeah, I might have to set up the ramen racer and keep it on this table here, on our live table. Because something like that, like you're getting into a whole other beast when you're getting into 1 to 12 scales, man. Even 1 of 18 scales, I remember when I made the jump, I didn't want to because of the size of them. And it was Dave H that got me into the 1 of 18 scale. But I will say, I never looked back. The detailing and everything, I would never change anything. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it, Nate, as well. And that might be something that you'll run into on Marketplace one day for cheap. Because somebody bought it for their kid years ago or something, like not a collector, like somebody that just has it in their basement. That's something that it's possible we could run into it cheap. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out for that, Nate. Nate, I looked that thing over, the front bumper, winch, engine bay, and interior detail looks second. You know what? Um, two black labs. If that's the case, I did not realize it was that detailed. I take toy grade back then. If it's like you're saying it is, it's not toy grade. Like I said, toy grade is the type of detailing in that Kenner talking kit. That would be the best way to describe toy grade, I would say. It looks decent in a picture beside the Diamond Select Toys DeLorean. But once you kind of get up looking close, you're like, it's decent, but it's not like a Hot Wheels Elite DeLorean. You know what I mean? It's kind of like comparing a Jada DeLorean here that's spinning to a Hot Wheels Elite DeLorean. But no, if that's the case, what you're saying, then it's not a toy grade. Um, I thought what you had is I thought what it looked like to me was a child's toy, like when I was talking about improvising with the Ghostbusters fire hall. I thought you found a kid's toy that would work basically in a diecast collection, because sometimes that happens too. Um, Not really a toy, but like with my Homer car, that was a gift from G, my model bipolar lights. It's the 1 of 20. Actually, I'll dig it out for you guys. I still say this car here, guys, out of all of my collection, when I have people come visit, this car here gets the most attention, the most views, the most questions. Not any of my super expensive cars or rare anything. This guy here. So sometimes it doesn't have to be super detailed to be cool. This is not die cast, and it's not 1 of 18 scale, but because of the size of it, it goes good with my 1 of 18 scales. It goes really good. It's 1 of 24 scale, and you know what this is, guys? It's one of those model kits by Polar Lights. See, he's even got the green tree air freshener hanging. You guys could probably see that. Yeah, you could see it. But that's one of those Polar Lights model kits, and they actually did good with it. And you know what? I would not mind checking out other ones done by them, because they did Back to the Future and a few others. And after seeing this and how cool this looks, I wouldn't mind seeing some other ones. But yeah, this was a gift from G. And when people come over, this guy here is what gets the most questions and most attention to date. I've had the most questions asked about this. Is it diecast? Where did I get it? Yeah, yeah. Well, this, of course, and the general league, because everybody, but this, like I said, more people react to this guy. And I think it just has to do with maybe you don't see them often. Maybe people don't, because this is assembled, right? Like you see them a lot of time for sale on Marketplace, but they're still in the box. So maybe it's the fact that this is actually assembled and displayed that throws people off. But yeah, we have had a lot of question about this guy over the years, and it was a gift from Giuliano, who we're going to see tomorrow. Put that right there. Oh, look at that. You can actually see it good on the screen now. There we go. The Homer. For anybody that wondered how the Homer looks, now again, that's not 1 of 18 scale. That is 1 of 24 scale. But you could see by the size of it, by with those two other chargers there, it works. Like the DeLorean spinning right here, it is back farther, mind you. This is 1 of 24 scale as well, but this looks considerably smaller than that. The Homer just blends in better with movie cars. So if you were ever wondering about putting a Homer in your movie collection and you were like, how could I get that? They don't have any 1/18 scale Homer. The Polar Lights model kit, 1 of 24 scale works. And it comes with a little Homer figure even inside of it. Because we know we love the figurines. That looks good. G's probably long gone, but CG in the comment or your card still looks good. He gave me that actually. I think it was when he came over. I was off work after my surgery from my broken ankle. Couldn't leave my house or anything, and I had. If you go back in my videos, it was when I first started. I had a beard like this because I said the whole time I'm off work, I'm just gonna let my beard go nuts. And I didn't trim it or anything, guys. I just let it go hobo. Like I look like a friggin' hobo maniac. And he came over and brought that as a gift. And I've had it since. Well, of course I do, because I don't give away gifts. But I wouldn't give that away. Look how awesome that looks. Just checking the comments here, guys. Oh, he is here. Okay, I thought maybe you just came to say hello and then maybe you had left. The Crazy Larry card, Kevin, is awesome. And Kevin, hey, by the way, buddy, glad that you're here. Yeah, Luigi, that is a model kit by Polar Lights, and it's 1 of 24 scale. In case you're wondering, it would go really good with your movie cars that are 1 of 18 scale. It does go good with them. And the Dirty Mary Crazy Larry car, I will tell you a story about this. This is limited too. Somebody that was involved with making this, he might even be watching tonight. He gave me inside info about this car, and they did 3 runs of this car of 2,552. So that's why you don't see tons of these on Marketplace. 3 runs of 2552, I believe it was. So it's well under 10,000 of them made. And also, they made these rims. They casted these rims just for this car. So these are a new cast just for this car. And the black stripe is not actually a Mopar stripe. It's like a property of the movie. The black underneath the hood was made to replicate the way that he did it in the movie. This car here, they did a real awesome job on it. It's one of my favorites. And the good thing about it is that limited. And it's one of the one it gives us a rare look at how many of them they do make when they say limited edition, because a lot of times we know they're limited, but we don't know what they're limited to. This one we know what it's limited to. And that's cool. under 10,000. Ironically, for these, and it's happened to me several times now. I got mine for 240 from Winnipeg, from a diecast shop in Winnipeg. My friend Justin was visiting Winnipeg, and he went to a diecast shop for me to look around, and he found that, brought it all the way back for me. So I get it for 240, which I have no problem paying 240 because it's hard to get. You know what I mean? And it's extremely well done. It's got the rollover headlights. It's got everything. It's the Authentics casting. But then, like a month later, don't I find one for Glenn for like, it was either 125 or 150, and it was dead mint, like not a mark on the box. 125 or 150. And you know where I found that for him? It wasn't on Marketplace. Somebody threw their husband out and they're selling his stuff. It was 118 Canadian Collectors Group. Actually, I found that for him. Somebody posted it for sale. I was like, sold. I couldn't believe it. I was like, Glenn, we just got your Dirty Mary. But yeah, you do not see a lot of those for sale. It's funny, even the one of 64 scale that Johnny Lightning made. I don't have one. I was trying to think if I had something similar to show you because I used to collect those types, the movie cars. Actually, I might have a couple. One sec, guys. I don't have the car I'm talking about, but I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. No, these are not it. I was going to say these are Revels, but I collect some smaller movie cars too. You guys know that, right? Especially the older stuff. Trying to think of so the one that Johnny Lightning made, they make movie cars as well, and I love the ones that they make. The lineup of 164 scale, even the older ones. Even the 164 scale Dirty Mary Crazy Larry car, for some reason, super hard to get. And if you can find it, the person selling it usually wants $50. And it's like 1/64 scale. I don't know the story behind that because I don't think the little 1/64 Johnny Lightning stuff is super limited like like Auto World, but maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know, but it's weird that Dirty Mary Crazy Larry car is elusive in any scale, it seems. Wow. Just going to have a look at the comments, guys. Get caught up. Yeah, I had the Homer Hot Wheels. I had it on the cinema card, and I had it on the main line, actually, as well. Just a regular main line. Yeah, Glenn has the slot car of Dirty Mary Crazy Larry, too. Retro, do you keep all... Yes, I do. I do, Luigi. Bad marriages. Yeah, I've seen a few of those on Marketplace, actually. People selling X's stuff. Luigi, what I do with my boxes and what Glenn does, we do keep the boxes. Boxes are, I would say, about 25 to 30% of your value. If we're talking about a mint car, even if it's been open. Boxes, what I do is I have a shelf. If I could show you right now, I would. But the next video we do tomorrow, I'm going to show you my shelf. And what I do is I take the boxes, you keep any plastic inserts at all. The only thing we throw out is the strap that causes damage to the paint and that. We throw the strapping out, but we keep all the other plastic inserts. Screws, I will put them in a little Ziploc bag. If there's any screws for a base, I'll put them in a Ziploc bag. Any loose parts, I will put that inside of the box. And then the boxes I neatly stack. I have like a bookshelf, and I neatly stack them on the bookshelf. Or you could take it a step further, and if it's a really expensive box or a really expensive car, Hobby Lobby has, I can't say enough about these things, but Hobby Lobby has these acrylic cases that you can get them for 1/18 cars. That they're what we were initially getting them for 1/18 scale loose cars. Okay. And then one day I said to Dave, it's too bad we couldn't find a way to protect the whole box. Like, let's say you have a car like my one that I want to keep in the box, like my 2-lane blacktop. There's too bad there's not a way we could protect it that way. And Dave found at Hobby Lobby that if you you go up in scale a size, you go from 1/18 to the 1/12 scale, buy a 1/12 scale acrylic case, that will fit the whole 1/18 box in that case. So it's airtight, it's UV protected, everything. And it looks good. Glenn's got stacks of his cars upstairs that are on display, and these are stackable too. Say that the ones from Hobby Lobby, you could stack them, they kind of lock into each other. So he has his stacked up, and a lot of his are still in the box. And they look great either in or out of the box, but it protects the whole box. It's a really great way to protect the box. But you don't need to do that either, as long as you're keeping them out of direct sunlight, dry, obviously. Like I have them down here, this is a basement, but they're off the floor in case another flood happens. Like I've got them right on the top shelf, nothing heavy on top of them, just stuff like that. But that's how we store them. I store them on my top shelf, neatly stacked, screws and bags in the box. And Glenn keeps a lot of his in those 1/12 scale Hobby Lobby acrylic cases. They will not fit every 1/18 scale. Like I believe, the Jada ones, like for my Godfather car and for Reservoir Dogs, the big honkin' boxes with the figurine. Those I don't believe fit. 95% of 1/18 scale boxes do fit. It's just the oddball ones that will not fit. Like, for example, a Hot Wheels Elite 18 van box, it's not going to fit. But 95%. That I would recommend that way of storing them, and you could stack them, everything. Anyway, guys, wow, we are encroaching on an hour. Mr. Blonde died the other day. I had no idea, Kevin. Retro, do you have Auto World the car? But no, I do not. But I would not mind checking it out. That is one that is on my list, actually, and that's one that I would like to check out the car. And that fell out of my radar. So thank you for mentioning that. One day we are going to check that out. Mr. Blonde from Reservoir Dogs passed away. I had no idea. And you know what we're going to do this week, guys, for Mr. Blonde? We're going to revisit Reservoir Dogs, and we're going to unbox that car this week as a tribute to Mr. Blonde. How old was he? Wow. I did not realize. Sorry about the ads, Avery. I hope there's not too many ads. But guys, thank you for coming. So tomorrow there will be a video in the evening. I believe it's going to be an unboxing because I believe he is bringing a car for us to unbox, Max. If he doesn't bring a car to unbox, we're going to get into something. We're going over to see Giuliano. We'll get into something, but I believe it's going to be an unboxing. And after hearing that Mr. Blonde passed away from Reservoir Dogs, we are going to do Reservoir Dogs this week, revisit it. And I think it'll be a good one because we only, we've done it obviously, but we did that way back when I first got the car. And it's been a minute. Hold on a sec, guys. I'll show you quickly before we go. Oh, we're almost done. It wouldn't be an episode if I didn't make the DeLorean crash at least once, eh, guys? Got to do it at least once, or else it's bad luck. Now, this is mint, mint, mint. I got this in the mail. The person who shipped this to me packed it like a complete champ. Took the car right out, put packaging in. So this is Reservoir Dogs, guys. they really knocked it out of the park with the figurines. Jada Toys kills it with the figurines. But these are the boxes that I'm talking about that will not fit. I do not believe this will fit in a 1 to 12 scale box because that is a monster box. But that is dead mint, guys. That is a mint example of a box. Nothing sketchy about the car. Nothing knocked off. I paid a little bit for it, but that's an example of I paid extra to get something that was pristine. As you can see, they do good with that figurine. Really good. There's Michael Madsen. So this week we will revisit this guy as a tribute. Excuse me, Homer. And can all you guys do me a little bit of a favor on your way out of here? And you know what I'm going to say. On your way out, before you put the light out on the way out, can you hit like for me? Usually you guys do. You're awesome about it. That thing is big, eh? That box is big. You don't realize it till you start looking at it on the screen. Wow. Anyway, guys, we got 15 of us in here, 11 likes. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me tonight. I'm just going to check the comments one last time, make sure we didn't forget anybody or ignore anybody. Oh, Nate, you didn't get the caddy. Oh, yeah, 2 Black Labs. It's a cool one. And since I know that I don't think you've seen it yet either, we're definitely going to do it this week. And Luigi, you have a good weekend too. All of you guys have a good weekend. And do not forget, guys, I'm off Monday and Tuesday, vacation days. We're doing something. Either we're going to go on a hunt, we're going to hit value villages and do something. We're going to do something with some of that time. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hit like on your way out if you haven't already. I'm Giuliano. I will see you at some point tomorrow. He's not going to be in here until 2 o'clock, I believe, or something. So I'll get a hold of you. We're not going to come like early and unannounced or anything. I wouldn't do that. But thanks for coming, guys, and tuning in. And you guys have a safe weekend. And we will talk again soon. And you guys do me a favor. Tell the damn mailman to hurry up with the packages. Damn it. We're waiting. Anyway, guys, take care.